As I sit here and get ready, after a long, long evaluation, I have determined the ranking list of fantasy football draft on our FF1 league. Yes, it is ready, guys. I have my ranking right here, and I know you're going to be shocked when you hear it. I mean, you're going to be blown away. I think I'm going to do the video, the ranking list. I'm going to go the middle guys first, and then I'll do the last guys who I think are last. Because there's a few of you guys out there that I think are kind of at the end. In the middle, though. Oh, by the way, it was a good draft. Fun time, as usual. Really good time. Thanks for drafting for Mike, JC. That was awesome. You did pretty good. So, I don't know. Let me get on the wet draft besides the. Hold on. I thought I was prepared. My bad. My bad. Draft summary, maybe? No. Draft roster, maybe? No. I guess I'll just go to the intro draft room. Okay. Here we go. So this draft, for the first draft of the year, I thought this draft, if you do mock drafts, this draft went completely weird. Because one, Jamar Chase has been a clear number one, and I blew that away. So I thought he'd go two, but no, he went three. So it's not horrible. Then the other crazy one that happened was all the running backs that got taken. Malik Neighbors dropping all the way to the almost the end of the second round. And then I got Nico Collins. I was kind of really shocked that he fell all the way back to me. So that one was a shocker. The other shocker was, Patrick Mahomes in the early fifth round. I thought Patrick was more of a seventh round guy this year. I just thought he was kind of didn't have a great year, so I thought he'd fall. But it is Kansas, so got to expect that. Other than that, I thought it went pretty well. Let's go to the draft rankings, shall we? Let's do this. So I'm just gonna put the four guys that I like in the middle. Is it four? Yeah, four guys I like in the middle. And let's start with JC. How about that? JC, I got you in the middle ranking. Okay. Between the 5, 6, and 7 and 5, 6, 7, and the 8. Yeah. 5 through 8. You're in the middle. Most everyone obviously has a quarterback. So everyone's gonna have a decent quarterback. And you have Josh Allen. He's kind of decent, you would think. The problem I have with your team is your running backs and your receivers. So, but they're good. I mean, you got potential at running back. You got RJ Harvey, who has the potential. You got Javonte Williams, who is currently a starter. We don't know what to think with Dallas running backs right now. You got Devon Achane. So you got two starting running backs for sure, hopefully. RJ Harvey and whatever. Your receivers, though. Chris Godwin, I don't count him as a receiver. I don't think he's going to do anything this year, but with his injury he had at the end of the year. DeAndre Hopkins, washed. He didn't do anything in Kansas City. Travis Hunter, we don't know what to expect. Puka is going to be good. Rasheed will be good when he plays. We don't know what his suspension will be. So you only really have two receivers. Keenan Allen could be fill back in where he was. So you could have three good receivers. I see you playing two running backs, two receivers. I see you playing two tight ends because Dalton Kincaid and George Kittle are both starting quality tight ends, and the Eagle defense. But you still got to find another flex, and that flex is not that impressive. Sorry. So I have you in the middle. Not as bad as some other guys, but there. Next one. The guy who thinks he's just going to dominate the league this year. Yeah. Mike Lehman. I got you in the 5 through 7, 5 through 8, whatever. Obviously, another Jalen Hurts. Oh wait, no, that's another guy. Where are you? Where'd you go? Where did he go? Patty Chubb. There you are, Big Red. Okay, you have Jaden Daniels. I'm thinking sophomore slump. You might. I thought that with Jalen Hurts too when he was on his sophomore, and he didn't slump. He actually blew up. So Jaden Daniels could do the same thing. You have also just 2 running backs is what I wrote down. Whew. I have to take this. Sorry. This is Corey.
Waiting list for an eye exam, and we had a couple appointments tomorrow morning open up. Are you interested in that?
Yeah, what time?
We have an 11 and an 11:30 with Dr. McDonald.
Okay, yeah, I'll do an 11.
Okay, perfect. Give me just a second. Let me add you to the system here. Let me add you to the schedule. Hold on one second.
I'm getting my eye exam and they have an opening for tomorrow instead of next week. So I have to take this phone call. So just, you can fast forward until you see me talking about fantasy again, if you somehow can.
All right, I got you there. 11 o'clock tomorrow morning with Dr. McDonald.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Okay, back to this. Phone call's over. See, that wasn't hard. You guys did it. Got to get some eyes. So what happened was the last time I got eye glasses, I didn't get these progressives things. I guess they're called like bifocals in a way. And so I'd wear the glasses and see crystal clear there, but then when I look at my computer, everything's blurry, and I was like, really, I was so with that. So I screwed up and should have got progressives, is what they're called. Anyway, back to Big Red. Big Red, you have a lot of running backs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 running backs. And of those 9, only 2 are worthy. And maybe 3, but I think he's going to have a problem all year. Jahmyr Gibbs, stud. We know. Next up, Pacheco. I don't know. I mean, he's their starter, but I didn't like Pacheco last year, and I don't see him improving from last year. And now they got another guy who might step up. David Montgomery. I think he's also going to take a step back this year because he's getting older, and they like Jahmyr Gibbs. And I know you got him as a handcuff, but are you going to play them both at the same time? It could be worth it. I don't know. Joe Mixon. I just think Joe Mixon's going to be dealing with a foot injury the entire season, and it's going to hold him back also. And then you got Tank Bigsby, which that's going to be a merry-go-round there. DJ Giddens, backup Elijah Mitchell, might get cut. Will Shipley, you can just hand him over to me when you need to open up a roster spot. And Tajay Spears already has an injury, but we'll see what happens. So really just 2 running backs, maybe a third, I guess, if you have to start them. Your receivers, you do have receivers. A.J. Brown, Malik Neighbors, Roma Dunze, and Wan'Dale Robinson. You're going to be starting 4 wide receivers every chance you can, except for week 14 where you got 2 of them on a bye, but your roster will look different by then. So I like your receivers. Colston Loveland has a lot of potential. I hear all this hype on him, so hopefully he pans out to be what they say, because I drafted him in the other league. And the Bills defense. Because of your running back situation, that's why I have you in the middle of the pack. Sorry, buddy. Running backs. That's the name of the game. Another one. That was 2 guys. Let's try Canton in the middle of the pack. Canton, is Archie going to be proud of you? I don't know. You got Jalen Hurts, stud. Trevor Lawrence, he looked good. I guess he did pretty good in his preseason game. So, maybe he's going to do good. Running backs, I only have you with, you bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 running backs, and I only see 1 running back, Bucky Irving. You got Bucky Irving. Oh, I'm sorry, Jonathan Taylor. How did I miss that one? Yeah, how did I miss that? I don't know how I missed that. Jonathan Taylor and Bucky Irving. I don't know how I had that. I only had you with 1. Ramondre. I don't think Ramondre is going to start. I think he's going to lose it. Antonio Gibson also. I think they might cut Antonio Gibson. Who knows? Kareem Hunt. I love the guy, but I think he's just going to be a goal line guy strictly, and that's it. Maybe a third and one guy. Because you do got Brashad Smith. I think Brashad Smith might take over Pacheco. I'm calling it now. I think he's our future. So he could have somebody if they actually make the move this year. Okay, so that might change things because I didn't know you had 2 running backs. I don't know how I missed that. Receivers, I have you with 3 of them that I like. Let's see. You got DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, and Chris Olave. Okay, so that's 2.5 really, because Chris Olave didn't play at all, so we don't know what Chris Olave is going to be like this year. Because one is quarterbacks, we don't know what to expect there except crap. Darnell Mooney could be a good flex, also get you, 5 to 10 points if that'll help. Brock Bowers, obviously stud, and Baltimore defense. So I'll put you at the top of the list of the 5 through 7, and I might bump you to 4. But right now we'll just go top of the 5 to 7 list, 5 to 8 list. I don't know why I keep saying 7. Yeah, Kate Otton's just so. We don't know yet. Kate Otten did really good when all the receivers were hurt because he had to throw to him. When all the receivers are there, he didn't really throw to him. Next one, I did JC, I did Canton, I did Mike, and the last one in that group. I got one there. Hold on. Do I have that many at the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Josh. Josh, I got you in the middle of the pack too. Joe Burrow, obviously a stud. Then your running backs, I have you with 3 running backs. Chase Brown, Travion Henderson, and Derrick Henry. So, yeah, I love that. Love that. Maybe I have to bump you up in a second because you also got, I think I will have to bump you up. Dang, I didn't realize that. You also have T. Higgins, Jacoby Myers. Okay, maybe that's why because George Pickens is now a number 2 and not a number 1. But it's a good number 2. We just don't know what Dak's going to do with him. But T. Higgins and Jacoby Myers, I think, will be great. Emeka Egbuka. Did I say that right? I don't know. He could be a stud because, like I said, Godwin's not going to do much. So I think he's going to take that role. Not Jaleel. Is that his name? Jaleel McMillan. I think Emeka will. Him and Mike Evans on the side. So you could have something going here with 3. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could go 3 running backs, 3 receivers more than likely, with either Hawkinson or Warren as your tight end and the Niner defense. So I will put you, man. I kind of got you at the 4-5 slot also, but I might have to adjust this as I talk. This is how I work. I'm sorry. This is just a video that I just do on the fly, so I'm just winging it. All right, so at the bottom, let's go to the bottom before we get to the top now. The bottom, I got Blake. Blake. Why do I got you at the bottom? Let's figure it out. Mahomes, okay, good there. James Conner, I'm good there. That's it, really. Oh, Bijan. James Conner and Bijan. Because Najee, I really don't think Najee is going to do much. I think the other guy is. Then receivers. So you got 2 running backs that I like. That's it. Receivers. Ayuk, going to be dealing with injuries for a while. Stephon Diggs. I just don't know what to think about Stephon. He was doing really good in Houston, but then he got hurt. I haven't really seen if he's back from his injury or not. I don't know who the Charger guy is. I don't know what to expect out of Deebo Samuel this year because he didn't do that great last year in San Fran, so I don't know what to expect. You are expecting Xavier to be the guy this year. I still think it's Rashee Rice, but we'll find out. To me, Xavier is going to be a 4-catch guy for maybe 40 yards and a touchdown maybe every 2 games, 3 games. So it's just okay. Tight end, you got 3 of them, and one came back from the dead. The other is still dead, and the other might be okay in Jacksonville. I don't know. Darren Waller and Kyle Pitts. Yeah, I don't know, man. Chargers defense. I just hope they suck because it's in our division. So I have you at the bottom. I'm sorry, man. Got you there. You might like it because, I'm a big jinx. Dagan. Yeah, I got you in the bottom too, buddy. I got you at the bottom because, well, you don't know what you're doing. JJ McCarthy and Bo Nix. I'll give you credit. One of those guys will do really good. I think. I don't know which one. One of them will. Running backs. Where are you at? I only have you listed as one running back. Tyrone Tracy. And you got a Mario Hampton. I mean, there's talk that Tracy's going to lose a lot of time to Scadaboo when he gets healthy. We'll find out. Will Singletary take time out also? I don't think so. But will he stay healthy is another question. And then the Omarion Hampton, who knows what's going to happen with him and Najee. So we'll find out. Receivers. I jotted down that I only like two of your receivers. Let's see who. Jefferson, obviously. But he's dealing with a hamstring. That could linger on. I do agree that this Carolina guy, rookie Totoro, whatever, he could be the real deal. And then Ladd McConkey. And then Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's a question mark. We don't know what to expect with his health and his connection with Sam Darnold. We'll find out. And then the Pat Bryant guy, I guess you slotted down the number 2 receiver for sure because you got Marvin Mims and Pat Bryant, whoever that guy is. Oh, and you got Luther Burden, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of him. Your tight end is David Njoku and the Jets defense. I mean, let's just say, Dagan, I have you at the number 9 spot in the bottom, so it's the top of the bottom. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Not the bottom, but the top of the bottom. I mean, because I think I might have to put your grandpa at the bottom. I tend to do this a lot, but I mean, Steve, did you study or follow anything? Because they're already this is today, so you didn't know this, but they're already talking about supposedly getting rid of Justin Fields. I don't know if this is rumorville or what I read, but there's talk that they might try and make a trade with the Bengals to get Jake Browning as their starting quarterback. Now that could be all just mess with you talk to just bash Fields. But Baker Mayfield is your starter. I get that. And he should be okay. Baker's just such a wild card to me. But he likes where he's at, so he could just keep throwing that ball. Your running backs. I have you with 1.5 running backs. This one I'm right on for now. You got Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. So at least you got the starting running back for the Seahawks. You got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, but they might split time. So until Jordan Mason takes over. That's why I say 1.5, because one of them will run all the time. Whereas the other team, they're going to split carries until maybe they decide Jordan Mason is the guy. Receivers. I got you with 3. So, I mean, Devontae Adams, we don't know what to expect. But you got CeeDee Lamb and Njigba. And then you got Khalil Shakir, Rashid Shaheed, Christian Kirk. A lot of fill-ins. I don't think big things will happen with those guys, but Devontae Adams could be a stud. We don't know. Hunter Henry and the Patriots D. I kind of, I just got your team like at 11 or 12. You're right there with Blake. The last one in the bottom, I got Teddy. Why, Teddy? Why? Because you got Lamar Jackson. Oh, you're the example. I was going to say you're my example. You're the example of why you can't go one running back, one wide receiver, and one quarterback to start the draft. I think you're 12. You got Lamar Jackson, stud, and Caleb Williams. He could be really good. You might end up trading Lamar Jackson to get something out of your team. You got Chuba Hubbard and a lot of hopefuls. This Dylan Sampson guy for Cleveland, we'll find out. Cam Scadaboo, we'll find out. That Tootin guy from Jacksonville. You got 3 rookies. We don't know if they're even going to play. So you really only have one running back and Tyler Algier if Bijan gets hurt. Receivers, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, and Jerry Jeudy. So those 3 are going to be good for you. Rashad Bateman, and maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. We don't know what to expect this year. It's his second year, so maybe he'll be a lot better. Xavier Leggett, same thing. So you'll be starting 4 receivers for sure, and Chuba Hubbard, and then I guess Algier. You got Dallas Goddard and Sam Laporta. You can't play both of them, probably Laporta, because you're more likely going to play 4 receivers. And then you got the Bronco and Steeler defense. Oh, wait, you can't play 2 defenses. You only can play 1. Sorry, just to let you know. Yeah, so you got good receiver depth, good defense depth, good quarterback depth, and 0 running backs, 1 running back. And I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, maybe by week 10 or 11, Dylan Sampson will be the starter because Judkins isn't playing, maybe. Who knows? And Jerome Ford sucks, and Tyron Tracy got hurt, and Jacksonville can't figure it out. Anyway, to the top 4. Well, should I just get the cat out of the bag and not let you suffer anymore? Who my number 1 is first? Okay, my number 1 overall is I'm sorry, it's me. I like my team, and I ain't gonna deny it. I ain't gonna say I should put myself lower if I really like it. I like it. I got 3 running backs. First, I got Dak Prescott, who now has 2 stud receivers, and Jake Ferguson, and 2 running backs that like to catch out of the backfield. So Dak, I should have a bounce back year. CJ Stroud should hopefully have a bounce back year. He can't do as bad as he did last year, which really wasn't that bad. He still got 400 fantasy points, which was better than a lot of, I guess it wasn't as good as Caleb Williams. But anyway, I got Saquon Barkley, Caleb Johnson, and Jalen Warren. So I got the Steeler guy. I don't really think they do committee back in Pittsburgh still. They try to go with one guy, and then they'll bring in the guy for rest, maybe every 3 or 4 carries. So I got the Steeler guy, Saquon Barkley, and Alvin Kamara, who really doesn't have a handcuff. They don't really take him out they do the same thing until he gets hurt. That's the problem. He might get hurt. Then I got Nico Collins and Mike Evans, who Mike Evans is, one of Baker's favorite targets. So there's that. And Jameson Williams is also one of Jared Goff's favorite targets. And now I got this Matt Golden guy I don't know anything about him. They just all this hype on him. I don't know anything about him. And Cedric Tillman, I don't know if you recall, but Joe Flacco threw airball Hail Marys to him, and he got a whole bunch of touchdowns from him. Then I got Mark Andrews with that other guy that took a lot of stuff away last year. Starts with an S. Anyway, he's hurt. So it's back to Mark Andrews, and they'll have a connection again. And Zach Ertz was a big target for Daniels as well. So I think, and then the Texans defense is the number 1 ranked defense. I mean, come on. I know you don't want to hear anymore. Come on. I'm like the Chiefs tell y'all. You don't want to hear any more about it. But I'm number 1. Number 2 and 3 and 4. I got Jim. Jim, I got you up at the top. Kyler Murray and Brock Purdy. I like Kyler Murray better than Brock Purdy, just to let you know. Even though Brock's ranked higher, I don't agree with that. I think Kyler will get you a good amount of points with his running and throwing and all that. But then I got you down for 4 running backs. You got James Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Tony Pollard, and Miles Sanders. Then you got Austin Eckler and Justice Hill. But I know a lot of like Miles Sanders. No, why did I put Miles Sanders? He's not even. I was thinking DeAndre Swift. So you really got 3. I was thinking Miles Sanders was the Bears running back. That's Swift. So you still got Pollard, who is technically their starter unless he doesn't show and he loses his position. You got McCaffrey, who is the sole guy. I'm sorry, Garendo is not McCaffrey. And you got James Cook, who has done good. I mean, I know Ray Allen. Is it Ray Allen? Yeah, Ray Allen's good. But James Cook they signed him for a reason. Then you got Zay Flowers. He'll be like your number 4 guy because you got Drake London, DK Metcalf, and Devontae Smith, and Michael Pittman. that are going to be your main focus. Travis Kelce, it's just a hopeful that he'll do better. But I like your team. Viking defense. I put you in the top 4. I might slide you to 5, and then I would put Josh at 4. That's what I might do, actually. I might put you at 5 and put Josh at 4. Next, Chris Drake. Jordan Love, I think, is going to have a really good year if he can stay healthy. Then you got Breece Hall. I'm a little worried about him, but we'll find out. But he's a starter. Austin Jante has a lot of hype. I'm not into it, but there's a lot of hype. So I guess he's the guy. And Kyron Williams. Then you got Rika Pearsall. I think he's going to have a great year. Calvin Ridley should have a really good year. Cortland Sutton should have a really good year. Jalen Waddle can't do as bad as he did last year. I personally think that Tua is going to make sure Jalen has a better year because I think he probably feels bad. And then the Dante Thornton guy and Demario Douglas you might like. I don't know. That Trey McBride and the Chiefs D. Okay, so Chris, I might put you at 4 or 5 now, and I'll bring who did I have? Canton? Maybe I'll have to bring Canton up to 4. Josh to 3, Canton to 4, Drake to 5, and Jim to 6. Jim and Drake can share 5 and 6. Yeah, I'll put Jim and Drake at 5, 6 now. I'll put Josh and Canton at 3 and 4. Me at 1. I'm not changing that. That's staying. And then who am I missing? Matt Harper. You got Goff and Herbert. I like both those guys. I think they're going to put up 28 to 35 fantasy points a game, occasionally a 40 banger, but not much. But I like Josh Jacobs, Brian Robinson, and DeAndre Swift. And there's talk that maybe I think they're trying to trade Brian Robinson now. That's a rumor. It's a rumor. I guess there's that rookie that might bump up. I can't think of the guy's name, but he goes by Bill. But there's a rumor that Brian Robinson might get traded. But we'll see. But either way, if they don't, he's going to be their starter. So, and Swift is going to be good, I think. So you got three good guys there. And Travis Etienne. Receivers, you got Jordan Addison, which him and McCarthy have really connected on preseason. And, yeah, he's only out for 3 games. So I think they're going to connect. Keon Coleman is Josh's guy. Jawan Jennings should be pretty good. Terry McLaurin, I think he'll end up signing, and he's going to be good. And Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think you got a lot of choices for your roster on starting roster. And then Evan Ingram and Jake Ferguson, both are good tight ends. And your defense, it's whatever. But I got you probably at 2. I like you at 2. I'm at 1. You're at 2. And then Canton at 3 or 4. And who is the other one? Josh at 3 or 4. So, yeah. There we go. I did it. And how many minutes has it been? I swear I hope that this voice has been like it's not. Last time I did one of these, the sound was off. And it was just like, I hope it's not like that. We'll find out. So anyway, guys, that's it. You can start making moves, I think, on Wednesday. So let's do it. Good luck this year. To me, at least to me. So see ya.